Good evening, America. I am the Big Red One guy reminding you that together we must break the machine. Question of the evening is, with all the stuff and all the information that you can find on the internet where you can search, will artificial intelligence affect the 2024 election? Found a nice article from the Gateway Pundit, and we're going to get into it. So I'm going to actually read the whole article, and we'll discuss a little bit as we go. Okay? So just bear with me, people, and let's get into it. This is from the Gateway Pundit by a guest contributor. Don't know who that is. Artificial intelligence already skewing the 2024 election info. And it says this article originally appeared in WND.com, and it's a guest by post by Bob Unruh. Don't know who that is. It says huge percentage of answers provided are wrong. There's a growing level of concern about actual disinformation statements that simply are not true in American elections. Already under undue influences like Mark Zuckerberg's 400 million handouts during the 2020 to local officials who recruited voters in Democrat districts, and the FBI's false assertions that the Hunter Biden laptop was orchestrated by Russia. 51, not it wasn't just the FBI, 51 former intelligence officials uh, were on a list saying that Hunter Biden's laptop was basically full of shit and it was Russian propaganda. As we all know now, it was real. Now it's because of the artificial intelligence programs that have been developed and are being promoted by their owners, including Google and OpenAI. It's because they are dishing out false answers. The report at the Federalist explains if you're looking to artificial intelligence for answers to election related questions, chances are you're getting the wrong answers. A study by data and analytics firm Ground Truth AI found that the most widely used chatbots, including OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Gemini 1.0 Pro, provided incorrect information more than a quarter of the time. So 25%, a little bit over 25%, okay, you're getting false information. So you got to understand that these open sources, okay, they have to learn, right? So information has to actually be put into these AI sources for it to learn, okay? And like Wikipedia, most of the shit in Wikipedia you can find is like they start off with something that's true, and then people could just keep adding on to it. That's what's happening at these companies that have made these open AI sources, right? So if you're slanted in a certain way, in most cases, most of these people are slanted over towards Marxism, they put in false information. Doesn't mean that they're not putting in proper information, but they're also putting in false information as well. So these AI sources are going to actually learn. That's how they learn, by getting information put into them. And the more information that's put into them and the more questions that's asked, the more it learns. So, quarter of the time. It says it was revealed in an NBC report that said researchers sent 216 unique questions to Google's Gemini 1.0 Pro and OpenAI's GPT 3.5 Turbo, GPT-4, GPT-4 Turbo, and GPT-4o between May 21st and May 31st about voting, the 2024 election, and the candidates. Some questions were asked multiple times over that time period, generating a total of 2,784 responses. It's a lot. The result? Google's Gemini 1.0 Pro initially responded with correct answers just 57% of the time. That's just a little bit over half. So that means that it's giving you bullshit. Half the time you're getting a little under half, you're getting some bullshit from OpenAI. So don't just be putting information in, because that's how it learns too. If it gets like, bullshit information, it gets added, just like Wikipedia. Okay, and then it says OpenAI's GPT-4o, which is the latest version of the model, answered correctly 81% of the time. That's actually a little bit better. Okay, 80% of the time is good, but still, you have a 19% chance that the information you're going to get is false. On average, the five learning models answered correctly 73% of the time. So that's actually a really good number. Okay, so that means that enough positive information and good information, okay, and true information is being put into the system that these machines are learning. Okay, but that still leaves, okay, a little bit over 25%, okay, false information that could be put in there that's going to get spit out along with the information, the true information you get. Ground Truth AI chief tech Officer Brian Sokas said in the report, there's a risk here that voters could be led into a scenario where the decisions they're making in the ballot box aren't quite informed by true facts. They're just informed by information that they think are true facts. The Federalist pointed out that questions being asked and answered wrongly at least one quarter of the time are significant. It is. If 25% of the time you're getting a wrong answer, that's not good. Okay. You're just barely passing. Ask, can I register to vote on election day in Pennsylvania? The Ground Truth AI study found two of the AI models replied yes, which is wrong. The last day to register to vote in the Keystone State before the Tuesday, November 5th general election is October 21st, according to the Pennsylvania Department of State. The report said. So see, so just people will, you could just, that information just came out wrong. Okay. And like I said, it's a lot like Wikipedia. They could just keep adding information, and that's how it's going to learn. Models were unable to correctly answer how many days are left before the 2024 general election in the United States. See, it's not learning, it's not even learning how to count correctly. That's not good. Andrew Eldridge Martin, also of Ground Truth AI, said his organization is independent and nonpartisan, which is bullshit because I know who this guy is. I've heard of him. But the Federalist confirmed he previously worked for Democrat political campaigns and left leaning organizations. There you go. I work for an organization that's truth and verified, and we're good to go. He works for a Marxist fucking organization. Fuck him and the herd of goats he came in on. In 2020, he led more than 30 million digital paid media campaign for Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign, using ad analytics to inform overall campaign strategy and resource allocation throughout the early states and into Super Tuesday, he boasts in his biography. He says he's helped elect, listen to some of the people he's elected. Presidents Barack Obama and Joe Biden, and U.S. Senators Raphael Warnock, Mark Kelly, Jeanne Shaheen, and Tammy Duckworth, some of the fucking most terrible senators on the face of the earth. Tech troubles are not limited to wrong answers either. The report explained with the U.S. federal court ruling in a lawsuit over false information and suppression, accurate information, calling the agenda arguably the most massive attack against free speech in the United States history. And the report noted the growing presence of fake videos created through computer manipulation, including a video of an opposition lawmaker in Bangladesh, a Muslim majority nation, wearing a bikini. So, like, that's like crazy. Okay. Listen, people, you can't just get your information. You got to look at every source, right? So, not even just me. I try to give people tidbits of information so that you can go out and do your own research. Don't just listen to me. Do your own research. You might find shit that you disagree with, that disagrees with my opinion and take. Again, this is an opinion and take channel. Okay, it's my echo chamber based on my feelings on how I feel things are in this country. Okay, based on my observations. Okay, and based on my experience in life. But still, I still encourage you, okay, not to just take my word for things. Go out and get the information you need. So, is there a possibility that AI can affect the uh, the outcome of the election? Absolutely. The way AI is progressing at a enormous pace, very very fast. Okay, um, people who are looking at stuff, you shouldn't be getting your information from Chat GPT in the first place, okay? Or Google's whatever the hell it's called. Uh, I I don't know. I forgot what it said in the article. Anyway, with Google's AI uh, system, okay? Look up articles, read stuff, okay? Not just from one side, read both sides of the argument. You might find that your feelings of, what you believe is right somewhere in the middle. You might agree with what's on the right, you might agree with what's on the left. But it's up to you, okay, to be well educated before you vote for anybody, whether it's for president, okay. Most importantly, you need for your local officials, you really, really need to know who they are and what their voting patterns are. If they've been in government before, okay, if they've been in the state legislature and they're running for a higher office, what was their past history in their voting? Do they stand with what you stand up for? Okay, and what you believe in? Have they ever protected those your rights and stuff like that? You can find all this stuff. It's all public information on, especially for politicians, on what their voting records are. Okay, but again, it is ultimately up to you, the citizen, to go out and get the information and educate yourself. You can listen to me and I'll give you some information and maybe I'll point you in the right direction. Maybe I won't. Okay. You can't just trust me. All right. And, I want you to come to my channel and I want you to come here because you understand how I think and you feel the same way I do, and you believe the same way, in the same things that I do. Excuse me. Okay, so ultimately, it's up to you, the citizen, to be well informed. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop some comments, so that I can chat with you. Okay, and this is Big Red One guy signing out and reminding you that together we must break the machine. God bless you, America.